Hey, today I'm going to talk about how I make coffee using my Keurig. I love this system because it's flexible. You can get these coffee pods in lots of different varieties. This one's decaf. They have regular coffee, bold, donut house, cappuccino. These are just a few of the favorites that I have. You can even get tea, hot chocolate. So it's just a fun thing to have. However, these little pods can get a little expensive, even if you get them at the superstores like not Walmart, but Sam's Club and Costco. They still average about, I think, 45 cents a pod. And I don't know, even though that's cheaper than going to Starbucks, they even do sell Starbucks. I don't know if I have one here, no. But anyhow, still, you can do it for less. And you can also recycle these pods. So what I do is I'll take the foil off and then empty it out, save the grounds for the ants. One of my subscribers told me to add nutmeg to my coffee grounds, so I'm going to try to do that in my battle against the ants. Anyhow, back to the pods. So you rinse these out and let them dry. And then what you can do is you can fill it with just regular coffee. So this is my Café du Monde coffee that I bought a can of and used the can for the Worm Cafe. If you saw my Garden Update #1 video, you'll see the Worm Cafe. But anyhow, sorry, off topic once again. So back to the coffee, you go ahead and put, as much as you want. I usually put in a tablespoon and a half, using one of these spoons, 1.5 of these. And then there's this thing called a K-cap. And this guy invented this thing. I think he calls it My K-cap. And you can get it on mykcap.com, which is where I found this thing. And you can just go ahead and stick that right on top. Okay, and so now here is your new Keurig pod. Now, Keurig does sell these inserts, or some of the coffee makers come with this thing as a bonus. And this is great. It's got like a little cup in it, and I've used it for making things like tea, but it's really not that great for making the coffee. For some reason, the water pressure, it doesn't get pressurized enough to get a good strong cup of coffee. And I read online where someone said, oh, put like a rubber band around it and that'll help with the water pressure, but I did not think that it did that great of a job. So that's why I went online and I found these things, and I like them. So anyhow, then you would just put it in your coffee maker. I lined up the hole where it was, and then you're going to make your coffee as usual. And while we're waiting for that, I have this other device, and this is called, I call it my sidekick, but it's a milk frother, also by Keurig. I picked this up at Bed Bath & Beyond. You fill it in with some milk there. I don't know if you can see the milk. There's like a little line that tells you how much to fill it. And then you go ahead and you turn it on, and it's going to warm up the milk and froth it at the same time. And then what I like to do is I like to add cocoa. This is dark cocoa. This is fancy schmancy cocoa that I got at one of those fancy cooking stores. That's supposed to be really good for you. And I like to make my own coffee because not only is it less expensive, but it also, I'm really concerned about weight and what I put in. And dark cocoa is good for you. And if I go to Starbucks, they may be using sugar-free syrup, but that stuff has additives in it. So this stuff, I like pure stuff. So that's why I like to make my own. And it's a bonus if it's less expensive. So this little frother really does a great job at heating up the coffee and frothing. And in a minute it'll be done. And this, if I didn't mention this, was $80 at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can use a coupon. You know how much I am a big fan of Bed Bath & Beyond because the return policy is fabulous. So if this breaks, you can actually go there and no questions asked, they will replace it for you. And where do you get that kind of a deal? Nowhere. Okay, so I should show you this, sorry. So froths it up really good. And I'm just going to pour it in. I hope you can see this. And then add the froth. So this is a way of getting your own. Look at this froth. It's fabulous. And it's like going to a coffee house without the exorbitant prices. And look, you can even add your little jimmies. I don't know how to do the fancy schmancy designs that some people do at the baristas, but here we go. Cheers. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.